The CEO of Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley, stated recently that the United Auto Workers, or UAW union, is impeding talks for a new labor deal in the United States. Farley claims that the union is employing this strategy to put pressure on the car maker to give top money to workers in newly constructed battery plants that are on par with assembly plant wages. Let's dive deeper. The main cause of this controversy is the compensation schedule for employees at these recently constructed battery facilities. The UAW believes that workers in these plants and those in traditional assembly plants should be paid equally. This demand has taken center stage in the ongoing labor agreement negotiations between Ford and the union. His remarks draw attention to the tensions surrounding the transformation of the automotive sector, particularly in light of the increased emphasis on electric vehicles. The establishment of new battery plants is necessary for the production of EVs, which are vital to the industry's future. However, disagreements over working conditions could make it more challenging for these vital facilities to grow and spread. In addition to the labor dispute, Farley revealed another significant challenge Ford faced. The corporation is still waiting on the US Treasury's final language regarding whether tax credits would be granted for batteries manufactured at the prospective Michigan plant. Since this plant will use Chinese technology, it's not clear if it will be eligible for tax advantages. The fact that Chinese technology is involved adds to the situation's complexity. The use of foreign technology in domestic production has been a subject of debate, especially in sensitive industries like the automotive sector. The Michigan plant's financial viability may be impacted by a number of factors, including the US tax credit status of batteries manufactured with Chinese technology. Farley's disclosure illuminates the intricate web of challenges automakers face when transitioning to electric cars. This intricate equation entails managing concerns with the global supply chain, keeping competitive compensation, and striking a balance with labor union demands. The outcome of the negotiations between Ford and the UAW will have an effect on the US auto industry overall, in addition to the working conditions of the employees at these new battery factories. These obstacles need to be overcome in order to forge a peaceful future that enables the labor force and industry to both adapt to the shifting demands of the market. As the auto industry continues its push towards electrification, it's anticipated that these discussions and negotiations will occur more frequently. The balance struck between labor interests, new technology adoption, and regulatory compliance will remain crucial to the automotive industry's profitability and long-term survival. Ford has announced a temporary halt to the construction of its $3.5 billion battery factory in Marshall, Michigan. This plant was built with the intention of using technology obtained from a Chinese battery company called CATL. The primary reason for this delay is concerns about the plant's capacity to compete in the evolving market. The choice serves as an example of the challenges and intricacies inherent in the global supply chain, particularly in relation to the EV sector. The goal of Ford's alliance with CATL, a significant battery technology company, was to propel the American automaker into the forefront of the rapidly expanding electric vehicle market. However, Ford has had to reconsider its strategy due to unpredictability and competition challenges. A significant component of this reevaluation has been legislative context. In 2022, the US Congress passed the Inflation Reduction Act, or IRA, which had a major impact on the consumer EV tax credit program. The IRA states that if any component of the car's battery is manufactured or assembled by a foreign entity of concern, future tax credits of $7,500 may be revoked. This action reflects concerns about national security, technical autonomy, and economic independence. The term entity of foreign concern indicates awareness of the potential risks associated with relying on particular foreign partners for critical components in vulnerable industries such as electric automobiles. Ford's primary goal is to promote domestic manufacturing and reduce dependency on foreign firms for critical technologies. Ford has paused building its Michigan battery factory, demonstrating its willingness to adjust to these regulatory changes. Ford's reevaluation of its engagement with CATL demonstrates how it's striking a balance between its global ties and its adherence to evolving national regulations. During this temporary suspension, Ford may review its supply chain to ensure that it conforms with the new framework, safeguarding the company's eligibility for future EV tax credits. The decision made here also highlights the broader challenges that manufacturers face when navigating a global market that is becoming increasingly interconnected and regulated. Maintaining cost-effectiveness, adhering to evolving regulations, and pursuing technological advancements need a careful tango. Not only a tactical decision, Ford's halting of the Michigan plant's development is a strategic response to the dynamically shifting regulatory environment and market conditions. While Ford takes a step back to assess its competitive position, the auto industry as a whole is discussing similar challenges. As the race to dominate the EV market intensifies, businesses must navigate a world where technological innovation coexists with geopolitical and regulatory challenges. Big businesses like Ford take acts that ripple across the sector, impacting development in the future. Ford is currently awaiting instructions to ascertain if the batteries manufactured at the Marshall site satisfy the necessary requirements. In a statement, Farley emphasized the Marshall plant's flexibility, stating that it might significantly expand or contract based on future guidance. On September 8, 2023, Ford spoke with Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen in an effort to be proactive. The letter served as a warning, describing the potential consequences of reading the foreign entity provision adversely. Ford expressed concerns that this interpretation might lead to a decrease in battery production in Michigan. As a result, this would compel a reduction in the project's scope, which would impact the quantity of EV assembly plants outside of Michigan. The letter claimed that there will be less job opportunities in the US as a result of the ripple effect. The potential impact of this situation on Ford's operation in Michigan and elsewhere makes it significant. The ability for Ford to alter the Marshall plant scale emphasizes the facility's strategic importance in the company's broader production strategy. The decision to expand or decrease the factory will have an impact on the output capacity and consequently employment opportunities in the electric vehicle sector. Through its contact with government officials, Ford has shown that it can overcome obstacles head-on. The automaker is communicating with the Secretaries of Treasury and Energy in an effort to gain clarity and insight into how regulatory interpretations may affect their business operations. This discussion demonstrates the intricate relationship that exists between the public and private sectors, especially when those relationships have significant economic implications. The legal framework that businesses like Ford must operate in is made clear by reference to a negative interpretation of the Foreign Entity Statute. The operational scope and strategic decisions made by multinational corporations may be significantly impacted by the complexity of these laws. In this instance, it appears that the foreign entity regulation played a significant role in Ford's decision about the Marshall facility. The emphasis on how these choices might impact employment in the United States draws attention to the broader socio-economic consequences of the automotive industry's regulatory actions. The creation and preservation of jobs are highly valued by both corporations and government officials. Ford's warning should serve as a reminder that rules and policy decisions can have a real impact on employment prospects, often with national ramifications. While Ford waits for guidance, the situation highlights the complexity and interconnectedness of the automotive industry's global supply chain. The decision-making process considers external factors as well as internal ones, such as government policies and regulatory interpretations. Both the broader US market for electric vehicle production and Ford's operations in Michigan will likely be impacted by the outcome. 3 House committees in the United States have requested that Ford provide documents related to its cooperation with CATL. Republican lawmakers have been closely monitoring Ford's plans to construct the battery facility and expressing concerns about potential consequences for a number of months. Their primary concerns is that Ford would become overly reliant on Chinese technology, endangering both economic stability and national security, and that China might gain tax benefits from the US. The request for documentation shows a thorough examination of the details of the cooperation and a commitment to be transparent. This Senate investigation reflects broader concerns in the political context about the potential financial and strategic repercussions of collaborations between American companies and foreign entities, particularly those with headquarters located in China. The investigation may influence future decisions and policies for global alliances in significant industries, underscoring the ongoing significance of national interests in dictating commercial strategies and legal regulations. Which tactical change would you recommend for Ford? Let us know about it by leaving a comment below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching our content, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.